you said recording, and that's when I thought he's going to forget to press the record button.
Let me check the levels.
Here we go against.
Let me check them. Checkity. Check it out. I'm in the zone. Don't let me get in my 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 zone. He's definitely in my zone. Zone, 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 zone.
I wanted to.
Do you know the song that was from?
I mean, I sang it with you, and actually, I was a little early because I kept trying to say he's definitely in the song.
But you know the song.
Nope.
You know the song.
He's definite. Is it Kanye of some sort?
It's Kanye and Jay-Z. Watch the Throne.
Ah, yes.
Bleep in Paris. I can't say the word for obvious reasons.
Obviously.
Oh, man. But, hey, that beat, though, I once heard that they performed that song 13 times in a row at a show.
And
the crowd ate it up.
Maybe the crowd was like,
loved it.
I don't like this.
13 times in a row. How long is that song? It was like 3 minutes.
My question is like,
for more than 45 minutes, they performed this one song.
My question is, how do you know that that's what they're asking for?
You read the crowd.
Or were they just cheering like, yeah?
You read the crowd.
And then you just hear, beep, boop, beep, boop. Beep.
I'm skipping to one song and one song only, and the crowd goes bonkers. Can you imagine being there on number 13, though? When it hits for the 13th time, they probably went through the roof.
I bet you there was plenty of people that were just like, well, if this is the end of it, I'm probably just going to head home.
I don't know, man.
I think I've heard this. Hey, I think I've heard this one already.
It must have been electric.
I mean, maybe.
It must have been electric.
I don't know. I don't really do
Us going on and on about this means we're leaving that whole bit about that song at the beginning that we did. Impromptu beat where we were singing. That's super annoying, but we're just going to leave that in?
Apparently. We could start here as well. I saw a new show.
Okay, you were
recently.
telling me about, you said let's save it for the live in the moment. And I'm going to make a show recommendation.
So this is the funny part about this podcast is we drop our kids off at mom's house.
Drop them at mom's.
At mom's.
Thanks, mom.
Appreciate
your ministry, mom.
Gotta do a little pod thing, mom. And then we head here. And we rarely talk about anything substantial.
You gotta save it for the pod.
And that's what happened. We had started talking about a show because you asked me if I had watched the
show that I'm about to mention.
The one that you're about to mention. And I said, and I quote, we'll get into it on the show.
We're going to save it because it's hilarious content, because that's how we think about our lives.
Yeah.
You know, everything is content. Content. How can we monetize this? How can we profit off this?
Yes.
How can we get views,
and
likes,
so far,
clicks, subscribe?
And so far, we're wrong because no monetization.
We have not made any money.
But here, I cannot stress the point enough. We are not sponsored. We do not receive funds from anyone anywhere.
I'd take one from Zevia, though.
Please. Oh, that's good stuff.
Sponsorship from Zevia.
Yeah, you're not going to get one because you said their drinks smell like toots.
Yeah, that's a throwback to
first
old
episodes.
I did. If
that one did.
If you weren't here for that, that was I got a bad Zevia. It was made with some kind of bad water, and it smelled like.
It's fresh toots.
I mean, it smelled like fresh.
He like popped open a can of toots.
It was like this. Every time I took a drink, I was like, "Was that me? Was that you?" It was the Zevia.
Yeah, it was
cream soda.
And it did smell like it. He had
you smell it.
Yeah.
Classic. That's a classic moment. That's in the Two Brothers Five Things universe.
In like 50 years, when people are like, "My show is the Two Brothers Five Things show," like they'll be referencing that moment. And
it's going to be a classic.
And when we're in the
we'll be stopped on the street.
Yeah, when we're in a museum for it, like they'll be like, "This is the moment.
This is the Zevia can that smelled like toots.
You guys remember this?" And everyone will laugh. Even the people on translators who have like little earbuds in, they'll laugh a little bit later because they're not saying the same language.
And then there's a guy walking by who's sweeping the floors, And then I'll unzip the jumpsuit and it'll be me in a tuxedo.
Yeah.
And I'll say, I've been here the whole time, guys.
You've been working at a museum?
I've been here the whole time.
The whole
watching everyone, waiting for this moment to reveal myself.
For that exact, that's good. That's gold.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the show that I was thinking about, just started watching it, so I don't know how much I can actually recommend it.
Does it have potential to get very sordid and inappropriate?
There's some cuss words.
Okay.
Nothing super inappropriate.
What's
so
what's the streaming network?
Apple TV Plus, I guess.
It can get weird on there. It can get real weird.
So let me just say the name of the show before we get.
All right.
So it's by one of our old pals, someone we just greatly admire, Jason Segel.
The Therapist
Shrinking.
Show.
Yeah, it's really good.
Is it funny?
So far, I'm only 2 episodes in, but it's hilarious. But like, it's like a dark comedy humor, but like. It's really funny because it's Jason Segel.
So it's
making
funny.
the same kind of jokes that he would make.
It's not dark.
Not
Jason
dark
Segel.
humor.
It's not dark,
The
sulky
situation-
Jason Segel because I've seen him in stuff where it's like
partially.
he's like trying to have his dramatic side out.
So it's like The Perfect Marriage, How I Met Your Mother, and some sort of drama. Mm-hmm. And like he feels like Marshall Erickson in a lot of them.
I think
honestly.
peak Jason Segel is probably Muppets movie. That was peak.
But again,
Jason
he
Segel.
felt like Marshall Erickson. I think he had something with the How I Met Your Mother character that just stuck. And I think it's because that's kind of how he is, and that's
So it's
how he
pretty
acts. I really enjoy it so far.
What if I've never been to therapy?
I've never been to therapy.
Well, I think it's funny.
I think it's funny. Does that answer your question? I believe in therapy. If you need it, go for it.
This isn't the podcast where we get into talking about therapy.
I know,
though.
but I've just never been, and
This is kind of like therapy.
the humor.
Me and
this, yeah, we just get to talk out our problems. Anyway,
What's the hardest thing that's ever happened to you?
What's the hardest thing that's ever happened to me?
I say that because it was kind of a joke. It was a kind of a callback because I was once with a friend.
What's your deepest, darkest secret?
Yeah, so I was once with a friend on a business trip.
Mm-hmm.
Me and this friend who did not know each other
Perfect.
very well.
It's the best.
It's the same individual as you, the person who you say is your out of state best friend.
Oh, he's a great
I went
guy.
on a trip with this guy.
I wouldn't dare say his name on this podcast.
No,
I
we don't
guess.
do that anymore because we've learned our lesson.
And we got sued.
We didn't, but I suppose
We
theoretically
don't make
we
enough
could.
money to get sued.
I'm like, we go to this trip, it's business trip, if you will,
Yeah,
and
I know the story. Tell it to them.
we're at a hotel. You know, at these hotels, you've been to a hotel before. They typically have swimming situations where you can go swimming and or hot tubbing. And
can I say, I've been on multiple work trips and never have done that.
it's always my idea.
Even with him.
Okay, when you're at a hotel, you know every little part of you. When you're there with like a business trip or a work group, you know you want to swim.
I've
You
never-
always want to swim, but nobody wants to say they want to swim or say they want a hot tub.
I'll allow you to.
But you're in a place where it's kind of
can't.
like it's a unique setting. You want to be able to go hot tubbing, but people have too much shame apparently to say, "Hey, you got your trunks with you? You know, I brought some extra trunks. You
Did
work in
you
my
bring
mind,
extra
and we
trunks
can
for
hot tub together." No, but we didn't know each other very well, so I said, "Want to go get the hot tub? Want to hit the hot tub?" To get to know each other. If we're gonna be on this work trip for a week,
Yeah.
we should go. You know, boil it up in the hot tub a little bit.
Yeah, the one queen size bed wasn't enough.
And we get in there, and I'm like, "Hey, we should." I don't know why I kept coming up with these constructs for getting to know each other, but I said, "We should hit each other with some kind of get to know you questions."
Rapid
Apparently, this is how I have conversations.
It's terrible, by the way.
Hit each other with some get to know you questions.
Yeah.
You go first, and he goes, "What's the hardest thing you've ever gone through?" I'm like, for real, like get real question right out the gate.
First question.
And I let him know, and we got into it, and we bonded.
Oh, wow.
But I was expecting to be like, "What's your favorite color?" And I'd have been like, "Green." How about you? And he'd been like,
Your favorite color's not green, though.
"I'd say it is now. It's evolved.
It's been red your whole life.
I have never
Or blue. I can't
had my
remember
favorite
which.
color be red.
It's a red or blue.
Blue.
Colton's might have been red. I don't remember.
It definitely was not red, but I've since
might have been
come
blue.
to like green, usually in an emerald or forest
Well,
style.
well. Look who's finally coming around. My favorite color's been green my whole life.
But not Kelly green. I'm not into the whole green.
I don't even know what that means.
Kelly green's like the green that everyone thinks of as green.
I think that's just green. What color is that?
That is more of an emerald, I'd say.
This is kind of Slytherin emerald.
This is kind of a Kellyer type.
Interesting.
A Kellyer type green.
So yeah, so there's that. But
show?
Shrinking is it's pretty good. Harrison Ford's in it. I didn't realize he was going to be in it.
Harrison, you got to give it up. You got to let it
give what
go.
up?
Retire.
Oh, okay. Phew.
You got to retire.
Phew.
We don't need you to be an action hero anymore, Harrison.
Again, he's just a shrink.
The show I said I was watching that I don't know if I'm going to keep watching.
No.
But it's good.
Why would you suggest it then?
But I don't know if I'm going to keep watching because it's kind of bumming my wife out.
No, we've been there.
It's a show called Man in the High Castle. It's on
I'm not 100% sure what it's about.
Amazon Prime. It is if you've seen it, you know what it's about.
That's why I just said I'm not 100% sure what it's about.
You cannot unsee these things.
What?
No, it's a kind of a dystopian future.
Okay.
Where
Hitler.
Yeah.
Won.
Exactly.
I remember now.
Hitler won.
Seeing about this.
And Hitler is basically the Japanese and the Germans have taken over America. And it's
this is like the third or fourth podcast straight where we've talked about Hitler.
He does come up a lot, doesn't he?
Because I keep having the urge to be like, say what you will about Hitler.
No, don't say that
referencing the old joke
again.
It's like 4 jokes old.
Oh gosh.
But I fought the urge this time. I just thought we should mention that we don't support Hitler. Don't really like the guy.
The show is gripping.
The real stinker.
And it's but I don't know, it's kind of like my wife's kind of like she, I don't know if she wants to keep going with it, kind of because it's kind of sad in some scenarios.
Yeah, because
a lot of murder and torment, torture, that sort of thing.
This doesn't sound appealing at all.
But boy, I want to know what happens in that story. I'm 2 episodes in. It's early.
I can't even be like spoiler alert.
I'm definitely behind the times because this show's like
afterwards.
Well, it's like 8 years old or something.
Yeah, it's so old.
Pretty old. But yeah, if you had a song, only one song, that you could only listen to one song.
Oh yeah.
For the rest of your life.
Hit me with it.
No, I'm asking you, what would your song be?
R. Kelly, Trapped in the Closet, Chapter 11.
Okay. So that's your joke song. What would your actual song be? And don't make it like, you can't do like Our God is an Awesome God hymn, okay? You can't be spiritual with it. It has to be just like a regular song. By the way, that
Hallelujah.
song's Logan's favorite song, right?
Is it really?
Our God is an Awesome God, 80s version.
Oh, man.
It's the song he wants to listen to always.
All right, The Great Adventure. Stephen Curtis. Is that Stephen Curtis Chapman?
It is, and it's a great song.
It is a great song. But that's if I had to have had one song, it would be the song that I am about to name, which is from a band that I love.
Tall Heights.
Thank you. Yes. I would say it's Tall Heights. There is a song that I don't know if it'll ever get old for me. I'm gonna pick one of theirs, but I think it's Spirit Cold. It's a really, really incredible song.
Spirit Cold. Should we listen to it on the pod right now?
Seems like not enjoyable for the listeners of the pod. And then
look it up.
They also have a song called Learn Again that's how I found them. I heard this song called Learn Again from them. It's really great. I'm really into a lot of their songs. This is going well.
You don't have very good Wi-Fi.
This is my favorite band, guys.
Let's just take a beat. That's soothing.
Let me down easy, let me down slow. It's a great song. That song is interesting. I really like it because it's the same rhyme throughout the whole thing. That's interesting. Yeah, the whole song.
Drake does that sometimes.
most time.
That's kind of his move.
But that's what I would say. I love that. I love that band. I love that song. I love that style of music. And I'm not even 100% sure what style it is.
It's like kind of a folky.
So they started their band. Basically, is one of them plays cello and the other one plays guitar, and that was kind of their thing. Their first album, Man of Stone, is where I found them. Their first album, Man of Stone, is just them, acoustic guitar and acoustic cello, and singing with it. And it's so good. And I've always loved the cello. We've talked about this.
We have.
It's one of those things I would love to learn to play in a world where if I didn't have to put in the work, I could do it. That would be the thing.
Hey, go check out that episode.
Yeah.
I don't know what the number is.
Me neither. No,
it's called...
Overnight Expertise.
Overnight Expertise.
Yeah.
Check it out. A classic.
Season 2. So I don't know if we differentiated season 1 or 2.
I don't remember if we did. Hey, can you help me watch this battery and make sure it doesn't die on this
Oh, that'd be
recorder?
so sad.
Because if it does, we'll have to restart. Well, it won't be the end of the world.
Should we cut now and change bats?
No, I think it'll last.
I mean, I can run and get my battery, Daddy.
I think it'll last.
Okay, all right. What about you? You have a song?
Oh, I got a song.
It can't be Jay-Z and Kanye.
It is someone who I just recently started diving into the catalog.
I'm trying to peek and I can't see. I can't see over there.
Let me just play you a snippet of the song I would play forever and ever always. Get ready for this.
If it is Our God is an Awesome God, He reigns.
If anybody can guess the artist, you win a prize. You even recognize this? So you do recognize this. Wouldn't this be great for just the rest of your life?
Maybe.
I mean, just let it wash over you. Can you hear that up there?
Do you know what he's saying?
No, I haven't. I looked up the translation.
And it's wholesome?
I mean, I think so.
For our Spanish listeners.
I mean, just listen to it. It's Andrea Bocelli.
I know.
Andrea Bocelli. It's Italiano.
So here's what I like about that guy. He does that song on Sesame Street, singing to Elmo to get him to go to sleep, and it's one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever watched. It's him
like
singing to Elmo, but he's got his eyes like kind of closed, and like he's singing so sweetly to Elmo, and I am so uncomfortable the whole time.
Love this music.
It's beautiful.
Deep. It's like God speaking through a voice of a man. It's kind of what I feel.
Oh, wow.
It's like so good.
His voice
Andrea Bocelli.
I mean,
it's beautiful.
It's probably even better if you speak Spanish.
No, it's better that it's better that I don't know what he's saying, because I can just feel it.
It's like it's like a Mozart symphony, and his voice is just one of the instruments.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I'm getting into his catalog, and I'm listening to it while I work, and it's a very, I don't know, it's like you hit a certain age and you start listening to Andrea Bocelli and classical music, you start appreciating beauty in life and really getting introspective.
So I started listening
existential. I started asking big questions to classical music. Why are we here?
You do keep asking randomly big questions, and I am just gonna be honest. I hate it as much as you said me calling you my guy. You hate that. I started listening to classical music because I was at a advanced pistols class, a gun range, and it was me and our oldest brother. We were going to this firearms class.
Going to the range.
Yep, and
keep the saw sharp, as it were.
Exactly. And so we're at this range, sitting there. It was maybe like 10 minutes before the class started, so everyone's just kind of in their car, and I just hear this classical music, just faintly in the distance, and it starts getting louder and louder and louder. And as I'm sitting there, this guy, windows down, classical music blaring, pulls in right beside me, and he has the biggest mustache that is like curled to perfection, and
like
he's just
type?
So serious. Like that was what he was blaring. Like he wasn't doing it as a joke, which I started doing after that moment. Like I would, anytime I went into
on a little
school
Beethoven.
or went to pick up, a brother or sister from somewhere, throw on the most like just classical music or classical 88.7 if you live in Tulsa.
Great station.
It's a lovely station. But then as I started doing it as a joke, I started really, really enjoying classical music. And like to this day, it's probably one of the few things I actually, if I'm listening to music, that's what's playing in my car.
You got to go to composer?
I don't.
Okay. All right. Hey.
I don't. I
No
just
sweat off my back.
I just like it's in the background. I like to hear it.
So you don't really like listen to a song, and you couldn't be like, "This is that symphony number, or whatever. This is my favorite song." You just like the genre
I just
to like put it on.
I like to hear it in the
let
background.
it just wash over.
I like to hear it in the background until an opera singer comes out, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's time to change the station."
Andrea Bocelli's basically an opera singer.
Yes, but he's not.
He does opera stuff.
I know,
and I
but
like
it's
it.
different.
And I never thought I'd get into that.
That's
kind of
different
thing.
than the opera you
But
hear.
I appreciate the skill and the
really
technical singing.
the really
aspect.
high pitched.
Figaro,
No, just like the high pitched singers of opera. Those are the ones that
fat lady types.
the real fat lady types. Yeah, whenever you start getting like soprano and like high alto,
Okay.
I'm just like, I don't like.
So if you've never listened to Andrea Bocelli, I highly recommend it. Just get in there and mix it up with little Andre. He sings with his son. They've got duets from Matteo Bocelli.
I'm sure that's
Matteo Bocelli and Andrea Bocelli.
Oh man,
They sing a song together.
what's
And it's
happening to you?
So good.
Mario?
He's not quite as good as Andrea, the son. You can tell he's trying to live up.
I mean, how are you going to live up to that?
You can't.
God speaking to you through
He's one of the goats.
Andrea.
He's one of the goat Italians that we have. Who else would be on that list?
Mario, Luigi, Andrea Bocelli.
Whoever invented pizza.
Incredible. But yeah, this has this has absolutely nothing
I
to
hope the
do.
Italians don't get mad at us for that list of the best Italians of all time. Godfather guy?
That's one of the worst.
Yes, maybe he'd be on the bottom.
Yeah, he's one of the bad guys. That's the problem.
One of the boats.
You name one Italian guy.
Best of all time. He's the woat.
Yeah, I mean, the worst of all. I get it. No, I understand.
Why is
but-
nobody talking about the woat? Yeah, that's funny.
Is it?
It's like he's the woat, but he's the worst.
Man, that
of all
guy's the
time.
wood.
And the
Totally
you
the
do like
woat,
there's
man.
an emoji, but it's like a goat, but like it's like really
Like a bad
off.
goat.
Yeah, it's like got like a different.
I don't think that's
This
the
could
thing.
really catch
I don't
on.
think this is a thing. No, that's like when I said that I was gonna get, calling things like the brats to catch on. Like this is totally brats, and when people be like, "What are you talking about?" I'd be like, the worst, because of bratwurst. And I've been trying for years, and there's like 2 people who still say it to this day, and I'm one of them.
The brats.
Oh man, I hope this podcast makes that happen. I hope this goes far enough
Somebody
to where
out there try and keep it going. Keep
Just
Cameron's legacy alive.
keep the dream alive, people.
by using the word the brats.
Because honestly, if that doesn't catch on, it would be the brats. It would be the worst. I would hate it.
Full circle.
Because it's
Come back
such a
around.
good. It's such a good.
Did you make that up?
I did.
You didn't get it from a TV show?
I did not. It was one of the
Cameron
only
original?
jokes that I've ever had in my life that was a Cameron original, and it hasn't caught on yet.
That's funny.
That just goes to show you just got to keep at stuff. You got to keep pressing, even when no one laughs.
That's right.
You just keep trying to make them laugh. I don't know. This has nothing to do with what we're talking. Actually, Brats kind of does more than anything else we've talked about.
I love.
Let's just
I love getting
let's just
25
highlight
minutes
it.
in and haven't.
Highlight what we talked about so far. We've talked about therapy. We've talked about Adolf Hitler. We've talked about Brats and Andrea Bocelli and some other music. But today,
Don't forget about the woat.
I was purposely forgetting about the woat.
It's the
I was
woat.
hoping no one would remember that.
The worst of all
Today,
time.
what we're talking
Nobody
about,
talks about the woats.
we know
They're out there. Who is the woat of
Hitler.
basketball? Somebody
Oh.
is the worst basketball player of all time.
I mean,
Probably just be like
they probably
some guy.
Yeah,
in,
it's
like,
just some
some
guy
city who's just
because
really
they're not
bad.
in the NBA because those people were the goats of their high school and college teams.
Yeah, it's funny. Okay.
Gary in human resources, he's the worst. He's the woat of basketball.
Gary. That's your go-to name.
Nope. Barry from accounting is my woe-to.
I can't believe that just happened.
How is that real?
You woe-to. I'm subconsciously bored into your head.
I'm so confident. And now the laughter has stopped and I'm just wheezing and squeaking. Like a squeaky toy that almost lost its squeak.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh.
What are we talking about today? Let's get to it. Enough chit chat.
Speaking of
idle chatter.
Speaking of woats, if we were a couple of woats, just terrible people, and we got sentenced to death row.
Death woat.
Death woe.
Death woe. We're on there. We're next to each other. We're in a cell.
And we're like, it's last meal time.
Well, it's your time, Cameron. There's your bell. You got to do the long walk down the walk of shame down death row.
Because that's what they call the death row walk, the walk of shame. It just seems a little bit too light for some reason. And so you have that one final, your last meal, all right, before you pull the plug. Flip the switch.
Get the injection.
Whatever it is these days that they do.
How do you feel about capital punishment?
Like capital P punishment? Like punishment in general? No? All right, fine. But you get one last meal, but they're like, problem is we don't have a lot of time. We really got to get with killing you. We got to make
time is money. Money is power. Power is pizza.
Hey, April Ledgate. That's a great joke. But anyway, so they're like, we got to make this quick though, so we can only do fast food items. I'll give you 5 things, and we have just about anything you want around this prison
in a 5 mile square.
And they're like, we got a guy who's already going.
We're gonna send the intern out.
The intern's already going out for lunch. He'll come back, flip the switch, we'll be good. And you get
Carl's the intern
5 things.
at the prison.
So Carl heads out and he's like, I'll be right back, guys. Let me go get some food. What can I get you for? And
it was funnier when we did an impersonate
5 things. Yeah, probably. I'm a little tired. I was up until like 1 a.m. last night.
Why are you always doing this yourself? Is it a board game? Is this what you're doing last night?
No, actually.
You're playing the Switch, weren't you?
I was playing the Switch. I was trying to my kid really likes
Was he up with you until 1 a.m.?
No, so he likes this game, Kirby, the Forgotten Land. And in that you have like these different hats that you put on that give you different powers, but he doesn't like know to look for like the blueprints to make the hats. So I kind of got on a roll and I found all the blueprints from the whole game.
So this was
my own doing.
Act.
It was my own doing.
It's a selfless act for your son.
And this more,
so I'll stay up until 1 and find these hats.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have any other time to do it.
So, priorities.
Exactly. I wasn't thinking I got to wake up even earlier tomorrow. But it happened anyway. So so you've got 5 fast food items, your last meal, fast food edition. That's what we're talking about.
That's
today.
right.
So this isn't necessarily a top 5 list.
It kind of is. I don't understand what you're saying. You said it's not. It's a top 5 list of your five favorite fast foods that you would want in a last meal. It's a top 5 list.
Well, I guess I did it different than you. So I did like a meal. So it's like my top 1 thing from a bunch of different places to make a meal.
Like 5 courses.
Like a sorta.
That's kind of how I did it.
Yeah, sorta. I
just realized I don't think I numbered mine. I think I just wrote them all
I didn't
down.
number mine. I didn't think it was important.
Number them in the moment.
Wow,
maybe I'll number it by course. That's what I'll do.
Let's do course 1.
Course 1. This is Course 1. This doesn't necessarily have to. Hey, we're flexible on this pod.
This will be the first.
We make our own rules.
This will just be the first thing So I'll do it
You're
in order of what I'm eating.
You're sitting there in death row, and Carl, the intern, he went out to grab your food.
I got your food.
He's
guys.
bringing it into
Still
you.
bad, isn't it?
No, you shouldn't impersonate.
Still worse.
It was better without the impersonation.
I know.
Okay, so you can go first. What's your first course going to be? It's fast. It's your last meal fast food edition.
So it's my last meal fast food edition. The first thing that I would eat of my list, they hand me the bag. The first thing that I think I would take out and eat, it's not really like an amuse-bouche or like an appetizer or an appetizer even. It's fries, and it's honestly, I wanted to save this until last, but it is the first one that I would eat. And it's literally just because I haven't had them since like the probably 2000s, maybe 2010 or so.
Oh my goodness.
And it's
that long ago?
Arby's curly fries.
Oh man.
From like the 2000s.
I have not had those in a long time.
Because I thought to myself, it's my last meal. Maybe this one will just bring me a little bit of joy before that sweet, sweet chariot comes to take me home.
To the sweet by and by.
To the sweet by and by. I just like, this is what it was like to be a child again.
I remember every time eating that first curly fry.
Oh, first curly.
Pure bliss.
It was the
best. What are they putting those curly fries to make them taste so good?
I don't know, man. I honestly,
normal potatoes.
So here's what I would say.
It's not a special potato.
I actually originally wrote down I want like Arby's curly fries from like the early 2000s because that's when they were like really good.
But
I'm sure they wouldn't have.
Then?
I don't know. I've not been to Arby's since 2011, maybe.
You know the year. You know the year you last.
It was the same day that you were there. You were with me. Remember? We went to Arby's. You, me, and our friend who we will not name, who just got back in town.
Oh no, I don't remember this at all.
And I was like, I'll have a large Jamocha shake. And it had been a while since I had been to Arby's. I was like, I'll have a large Jamocha shake, please. Turns out that's a 32 ounce now.
Oh, so it's like a triple X.
So they gave me a 32 ounce Jamocha shake. And I never lived it down.
You never lived it down. That's right.
Like,
We've always been funny for getting such a big thing of ice cream.
It was
like a lunch, right?
I know, it was a lunch. We went out to lunch, and that was the last. That was the last time I went, and so that probably would have been 2011. Because I still was like an intern or apprentice at that time.
Oh man, that's really funny. Yeah, I remember really being all about the Jamocha shake. In like high school,
delicious. It was amazing.
In a small quantity, it's very good.
Not in 32 ounces.
When you get past a certain amount, it gets like pretty gross.
But that's the thing. This is not good. Back in that time, they had the 5 for $5. You pick five things for $5.
$5.95.
$5.95.
That's really $6. But marketing doesn't sound as 5 for $6 isn't as snappy as 3 5s.
They just do 6 for $6.
5.95.
5 for $5.
Yeah, I remember that.
But anyway, you pick 5 things, and like you can get curly fries, you can get hash browns,
you get the delicious meat sandwich with nacho cheese on it,
which is kind of, when you think about it now, it's really disgusting.
The roast beef sandwich with nacho cheese
roast
on
beef
it,
sandwich, dude, with squeeze cheese.
We got so much. We had so many Arby's roast beef sandwiches because of that 5 for $5 deal.
Yeah, it was so cheap, and
you can feed a whole family for $5.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe $10. You got 2 for 5 for $5s and fed the whole family.
Yeah, and 2 for 5 for $5.
You got 2 5 for $5s and fed the whole family.
But yeah, so like we would eat that all the time. It was delicious, and so I was like, curly fries were one of those things that were always on there. I'd get a curly fried Jamocha shake, and probably, based on how fat I was, 3 of those roast beef sandwiches.
You had a whole 5 just for you.
Nobody else was with me.
Yeah, I think I remember eating 2 roast beef sandwiches.
I definitely ate at least 2 with the cheese.
We were encouraged to eat
more.
Eat a lot of food.
More.
Protein. Bodybuilding.
Yeah.
That's our background.
I was a roast beast. Yeah. But yeah, so the old I don't know, again, don't know how they hold up.
The same recipe, man.
I don't know, man.
Well,
They've rebranded
some
as a
when
company.
we leave on the way back to Mom's.
There is an Arby's right on the way, actually.
Let's pick up some curly fries.
It's gonna happen. We did that with the ice cream last week. We legitimately did.
Okay. So yeah,
we did that.
Remember when I talked about the ice cream on the last ep?
Yeah.
Also, sorry we weren't here last week. Had a thing come up, couldn't record. I'm not gonna apologize to you. I owe you nothing.
Wow.
I owe you nothing.
Now I'm sorry that this is happening.
I'm not going to apologize for not recording 1 week.
You could.
All right, I'm sorry we didn't record. Okay. That was a joke. I don't have contempt for you as the audience.
Hate you when I love you.
I
hate you all and I love you.
After I went on and on about this Aldi vanilla selected premium ice cream, we went and got some and tell them what you thought about it.
It was good. Really liked it.
You said it was really good in the moment.
It was really great.
You said it was delicious and creamy.
Have you ever heard me go in detail about how much I love a food item, Roman? Anytime you ask me how my food is, you're like, how's that food? And I'm like, it's good.
Yeah, that's
kind of my MO.
That's your default.
Because you can't be a heavier guy talking about how much you love the food. You just come across as a real glutton.
I can see that.
And so I learned a long time ago. That makes
sense.
It's good. It was good food.
Food is fuel.
But also, it was freaking good.
The ice cream was really good.
That ice cream was really good. It was just so creamy and so light.
Simple. 5 ingredients.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I need to make
one complaint. It was very hard to dip.
I need to make a correction on the last episode. A fan pointed this out.
What a jerk!
I said.
Just kidding.
The fan was my wife. I said it had 5 ingredients. And I listed one of the ingredients as butter. Apparently, there's not butter in ice cream.
Why would there be butter? Did you?
You didn't call me out. Yeah, is it like cream, sugar, butter? But no, there's no butter in ice cream. I guess that would be gross. It's skim milk.
Good looking out, wife.
Cream,
Roman's wife.
egg yolk was the other ingredient.
Egg yolk.
Sugar, vanilla. That's the 5.
I can see how you would get those confused.
Yeah.
Because they are often in the same baked goods, and you bake a lot of goods, so you should know.
I do.
Well, we've spent so long on my first one. Why don't we head on to your first one?
All right. My appetizer. That's right. I'm having an app. I'm having Carl get me an app. I'm saying go get me some wings from Zaxby's.
Right on it.
With original sauce with a side of ranch to dip it in.
Some wings? Wings?
Wings from Zaxby's, yeah. I don't really like their chicken. I don't really like their strips. I like their wings. And honestly, I don't know if they're like have the best wings around. I just have liked their wings a lot. So yeah, that's Zaxby's wings. They're good. Fast food. Drive through. Get them. Dip them.
I've never done it, so I'll just have to take your word for it.
Do you like Zaxby's?
Not really. No. So here's the thing. I don't like their sauce too much. Their chicken's really good. Their sauce, not as good. I just don't really care for it.
I think
it goes back to that day that I sat on those Zaxby sauces and it smelled like Zaxby sauce in the car when the AC had gone out, and it was terrible.
We were on a road trip.
And then we ran into people that knew us.
Yeah. So what happened was we were on where were we going?
We went to Florida and back.
We went to Florida and back for
Disney World. As a family.
And we were driving our wives and you and me. Plus our wives. So 4 people.
That was the weirdest way to say that.
A sedan in the heat of summer, and the AC went out.
Yeah.
So it was hot.
That is correct, sir.
And we were on a home stretch trying to get home. We're not going to stop anywhere to get the AC fixed.
Yeah.
We're trying to get the heck home.
Yeah.
We drove through the night.
Yeah.
I'm driving through the night. I wake you guys up to listen to stand-up comedy with me.
You actually slammed on the brakes and said, "Oh, you guys are awake. How about some stand-up comedy?"
This is like at 4 a.m.
It was like 3 a.m.
So I'm like, "Hey, you guys want to? Oh, thanks. You guys are up. Let's listen to some comedy. Listen to some Brian Regan or something. I don't know what we listened to.
I don't remember what it was.
Something clean.
Maybe, I don't know.
And then we stop. The sun's up. We've driven through the night in this sweaty box. We look terrible. We say, we're so hungry. We're starving. We gotta find somewhere. And lo and behold, Starbucks. We find the Starbucks.
Like a light in a dark land.
Like a city on a hill. We come across the Starbucks and say, great. They're open. They have coffee and they have breakfast, which we badly need. We stop, we get out of the car, we realize you sat on the Zaxby's sauce.
I had Zax sauce all on my buns.
All night long.
All night long.
You're sleeping with Zaxby's on your butt.
Rolling around in it.
We go inside.
Ugh.
We get breakfast. We sit in a semicircle and eat the breakfast.
This is way too much detail.
As we're leaving, we're wrapping up, we're throwing our trash away.
Yeah.
And a guy.
We look positively homeless.
F-. We look bad. No way around it. We're wearing our street clothes.
But worse. Mine has Zaxby
our
sauce
PJs, basically. Yes. And a guy comes up to us and is like, what did they say? He
said, excuse me, but what do you guys do? And we legit thought he was asking if we were homeless.
Yeah. Is this some random patron in Starbucks? He's like, what do you guys do for a living?
And it turns out he had seen some videos that we had done for our church, and wanted to take a picture with us.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that. He took a picture with us.
He's like, my friends are gonna freak that I saw you guys here. Like,
we're not even in our home state. We're in some random state. And this guy, we both worked at the church, and they did a conference, I think, and we made some videos, or we put them on the site for somehow we put videos on the internet of us, and he kind of thought of us as a celebrity a little bit.
Weird, man.
And he wanted to take a picture with us, and
we did.
We looked terrible. If you're listening, he might be a fan. Who knows?
I hope you are.
If you're listening,
that moment for us was a little humiliating.
Send us the picture, and we'll put it on the podcast.
It was a little humiliating, but also it was awesome. It was like a really cool interaction with that guy.
Yeah, he had me sign his bare chest.
Whoa.
Which was a little weird, but...
I love that you would, if that were to actually happen, you would describe it as just a little weird. All right,
man.
my next thing, and it just goes along with just kind of gross, but like I've loved it for so long.
Tell me the restaurant.
Oh, Taco Bell.
The bell on your last meal?
So here's why. Let me talk about a theory I have about Taco Bell. I only eat Taco Bell if I'm on like an emotional high or an emotional low. There is no in between. And I'm guessing on that day that I'm going to be killed soon. Emotional low, probably.
Okay, yeah.
And so, and it's not necessarily like, it's not like a comfort food, but like, I'll say this. Last week when we didn't shoot because things happened, I went to Taco Bell.
Okay.
I was just like, I'm going to go eat some Taco Bell. Because
so
I was just
this
like, forget this.
It's kind of an emotional.
I'm not finding comfort in food, but I have found that I only eat Taco Bell when I'm either like really like up or really down.
Interesting.
And rarely is it just like in between. I'm just like, it's a normal Tuesday. I think I might go to Taco Bell. I don't do that.
Wonder what the therapist would say about that.
I don't know. I'll have to go watch the rest of the show.
What do you think he would say? He'd be like, "This is your coping.
Does it make you happy?
Mechanism?
Does it make you? No, it doesn't make. It's delicious, actually.
What do you get?
Well,
what's the item?
The item that I have on here is the cheesy gordita crunch. It's delicious.
I've heard about the cheesy gordita crunch. I don't think I've ever indulged.
It's one of those.
Is it? Hold on. Is this the one that's folded into a star?
No, that's the Crunchwrap Supreme.
Oh, I've had that.
I'll also eat one of those.
Which is pretty good.
It's pretty great.
Pretty good.
But the cheesy gordita
once heard
crunch.
that Katy Perry was into those. The Crunchwrap
Supreme.
Care.
Why would that affect
I don't
me
know
at all?
why I remember that.
And why do you know?
I don't know why I know that.
So, yeah, it's like I guess the shell would be like called the gordita shell. I think.
Is it a fried
it's like
pita type?
It's like Is that a gordita? Gordita?
I think Taco Bell made that up, but it might be a Mexican, a traditional Mexican meal. I'm not sure.
Traditional Mexican treat.
Could be
like a horchata.
So hold on,
So it's a gordita, cheese, regular taco shell, fold, and then melt the cheese. And then, it's like a taco from that point on. It's, it's just a taco in there.
A taco from that. Beef?
Beef, yeah. And it's got like this
beef,
weird
cheese.
It's got this sauce on it that's like almost ranch, but not. Like, I know it sounds gross.
It's like an off ranch.
It's like a slightly off ranch, and it's one of the most delicious things. It's like the best thing that they have
to try one.
on the menu. It's so good if made well.
You're a cheesy man. You're a cheese man.
Cheesy boy, Roman.
You're a cheesy boy.
I'm a cheesy boy.
You are, man. And if there's a bowl of cheese around, it's gonna get eaten.
Yeah.
It's gonna get got by Cameron.
Where'd the cheese go?
Cammy ate
Nobody
it.
asks that when I'm around. Anyway, so I would say like a cheesy gordita crunch is one of those that is on the list.
Well,
that I would probably eat.
Here's a content idea. Me and you live Instagramming while we go get a cheesy gordita crunch and review it.
I'm trying to eat healthy.
I guess that's not the best look. We're not promoting health and wellness. Which is what this podcast is all about.
I feel like I'm in like a good stride right now with my health.
You are. You're doing great.
I don't want to. Thanks.
You're doing great.
And I don't want to do that.
Okay, that's probably for the best. So you haven't had one in a while.
I haven't.
But last
since
meal.
last week. Since last
right.
week, remember?
But your last
But
meal.
before that, I hadn't had one in a long time.
You don't have to worry about health and wellness on your last meal. You're about to get the shot.
The old stanky boot
You're
from
about to
creation.
You're about to get the chariot's about to take you to the sweet by and by, as we discussed.
As we previously discussed.
Anything else on Taco Bell you want to discuss?
Baja Blast is freaking delicious. That's kind of the thing.
Is that
It's
a
like the Mountain
mixture
Dew.
of?
I think it's like Mountain Dew and like blue Powerade or something like that.
So that's all Baja Blast is? Is that the
think-
secret formula?
I think so. I think it is. I'm not 100% sure.
You know anybody out there that works at Taco Bell that can spill the beans?
But like it is. Well, at this point, they have their own mixture. Like they have like the Baja Blast is a thing now. It's like a type of Mountain Dew.
Oh,
But like I guess originally that was the concoction.
did you ever get into the?
And I don't like drink soda, but like that's I'll drink that.
Did you ever get into the authentic Mexican dish of the Doritos Locos Taco?
Too messy. It was too messy on my hands. I
You
didn't
got
like
the Dorito
it.
fingers.
Yeah, I got Dorito fingers.
Did you go? Hey, when we're talking Doritos, you go Cool Ranch, or you go Nacho Cheese?
Had to go Nacho Cheese. Cool Ranch. It's just,
They're both good though.
they were both good. Is the Nacho Cheese
Currently are good.
I don't think they have the Cool Ranch anymore.
I'm talking about just Doritos. I'm not talking about
No, I will
the
say-
taco. I'm not talking about the Doritos Locos Taco. I'm talking about just Doritos.
I'm not talking to you anymore. I want to talk to Taco Bell for a second.
Listen up, Taco Bell.
Stop changing your freaking menu. Just stop.
The people want the things that they love.
You had something that was hand delivered by a messenger angel from the sweet Lord Almighty.
He's talking about the.
I'm talking about
He can't even hardly get through it.
the quesalupa.
Why are they always combining things?
Yes. Oh, why?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Is this a quesadilla and a chalupa, which is also, I think, a made-up thing that they did?
Yes. Like the chalupa portion had like cheese.
Cameron,
Just
it's because
baked into it.
This is a horrible idea.
Ask my wife. She loved it too. That would have been on the list.
Okay, describe the quesalupa.
I can't even anymore. It's been so long.
It's a quesadilla and what's a chalupa?
So
is a chalupa the
a
fried thing?
quesarito is like a quesadilla, but
Always combining these
the quesadilla
things.
is the burrito shell. That's a quesarito.
Okay, so they have a
They
tortilla, cheese, tortilla rolled up into a burrito?
Yes, and it was,
my
it was
gosh.
pretty great. But the quesalupa was like their chalupa with the cheese in it, and they took it away. There was also this lovely little Fritos thing that they had on the nice dollar menu that I would get when I went, and they took that away.
It's like a Frito chili pie?
Yes, and at one point, actually, most recently, this past week, they stopped doing the Chipotle wrap, a Chipotle chicken wrap.
Probably got sued by Chipotle.
No,
They're
it's
like,
the sauce.
cease and desist.
3 things right there. They are always taking away things, and I don't like it.
It's called you grow or you die.
So Taco,
You got to change or you're going to become the woat.
I just feel don't make it a thing. I just feel like they changed their menu way too much, in my opinion.
You know, my next thing is very Taco Bell adjacent, and it's at a place called Taco Bueno.
It is literally normally right across the street.
I think it's regional. I think it's regional to Oklahoma.
Taco Bueno is?
I think so. I think it's I don't know if they're like on the coast. You know, I think they're more Midwest.
They're certainly not in Germany, where our one follower is.
Sorry,
guy.
Germany. We're always
Sorry, guy.
saying things that you don't understand because you're
Why
over
do you
there
even
in
listen?
Germany,
Why do you even listen to this?
just like tromping around on grassy knolls. Oh wait, no, that's Ireland.
That's Ireland.
What's in Germany?
Why ice?
You're on the Autobahn, just driving as fast as you want.
Yeah.
You don't know our references anyway. So it's just the bean burrito.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
You were letting me have it for a cheesy gordita crunch, and you're just gonna have
the standard. But I make one modification.
Okay.
The standard bean burrito from Taco Bueno. It's just refried beans and cheese plus chili sauce.
Their chili sauce.
And I say
good.
my modification is extra chili sauce. And it basically makes the bean burrito twice as expensive to add the extra chili sauce because it's like already only $1.
This is the price of another burrito.
It's like 75 cents for the chili sauce. And so it's like, but it's that good.
It is really
the
good
chili sauce is what makes the burrito so delicious.
It is.
It's the beans
true.
and the cheese, and then they have some mysterious ladle. I've seen them do it. They ladle this chili sauce on, and it takes it to the stratosphere flavor-wise.
That's true. It is. They are really good.
It makes me want one right
Honestly, I'm pretty sure like a regular burrito with the chili sauce and a soft taco without tomatoes is the only thing I get from Bueno.
It's the only thing I get from Bueno as well. Crazily enough, you know my wife.
I've heard of her.
She is basically opposed to all forms of fast food.
Yes.
If there was ever a fast food snob, there would be my wife. I know you're listening because she's the #1 fan of the show.
I don't know about that.
She's one of.
Top fan.
Top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
There was an item that Taco Bueno had that she loved.
Wow.
And she does not love fast food.
No.
She will not eat fast food.
No.
We have coddled her into a middle-class lifestyle where she doesn't need to get fast food. Or crave it or whatever.
We have coddled her. Oh, man.
But they had a black bean burrito.
Oh, yeah.
That was when we were going through our vegan phase.
Yeah, I remember.
We talked about the vegan phase.
Yeah, we all
Dark
remember.
times.
Man, you were so skinny.
I basically was transparent. You couldn't. If I turned sideways, I'd disappear.
Yeah, skin and bones.
But the black bean burrito was really good.
No.
And just like you said with Taco Bell, they discontinued it. We were outraged because that was the only place we could go for fast food.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to go make a 7-course meal at home. Let's go get Taco Bueno.
Now I just want to go get fast food. This is really bad. This is making me hungry.
So I say Bueno if you're listening. Bring back the black bean burrito for no other reason than my wife loved it.
Well, also,
we've got one person in the world that loves it.
Yeah.
Can you just bring it back for her?
Probably. That's a terrible business model, but
if you're listening.
It's probably just hard to get that many black beans. Maybe that's what it is. Like they don't normally use black beans for things.
Yeah, it's logistics. They were trying to cater to the vegans when the craze was at its peak.
And then they were like, this isn't what we're here
They're
for.
like, we're losing money on this black bean. They're in a boardroom. They're like, all right, guys, next on the agenda is the black beans.
All right, open up that 5-pound can of refried beans and get it in that vat.
No, I'm saying they're in the boardroom. They're at Bueno Corporate. And they're like,
all right, Presidente. We can't sustain these black beans. I love that his voice didn't change. He's still the same guy who
who's
just
the guy
told
from
you
the first place?
He's the guy that wanted to just. He was like a middle class employee, not middle class,
middle manager.
middle manager. That's like, just get the 5-pound can of refried beans and put it on the whatever.
And then he's in the boardroom.
He's pitching to the president of Bueno.
The president's like, listen, we're losing money hand over fist on these black beans.
Tell me
Supply
about it.
chain issues. Can't pick them fast enough.
Listen.
Do you pick black beans?
One at a time.
Probably. And then so they discontinued it to my wife's chagrin.
Oh, what a great word. Top 5 words. That's a new fun topic.
Oh, top 5 words? That would be a fun podcast.
Chagrin should be on everyone's list.
You know what else is on my list for top 5 words?
Tell me.
Copious.
Ooh, a lot of stuff.
A lot of something.
Yeah.
I have copious board games behind me.
I have copious board games.
Right.
You have categories.
I bet you when you were tuning in, you didn't think you were going to learn 2 cool words today because we know our listeners.
Technically, we didn't learn chagrin. We just heard you say it.
Maybe someone didn't know what it meant.
Well, did you explain it?
That's what this podcast is all about.
Hey.
Learning new words.
The more you know.
Concepts.
My next thing, kind of, it's not really, so this is a drink, but it's also not, but it just goes with, so it's not like, I can't have it at the beginning or the end, so I put it right in the middle.
Is it horchata?
Oh, no, but that horchata is great. If you've never had horchata, it's wonderful. It's the Sunrise Sunset Smoothie from Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
I forgot about smoothies.
Smoothies, my dog.
Smoothies. So smooth.
Some smoothies.
Okay, so describe this sunrise sunset for me. What kind of fruit we got up in this?
We got some mango. Sorry, we talked over each other. We got mango. We got orange. I don't know what else, but I know it's delicious. Sorry.
Maybe
pineapple?
What's the sunset? Well, sunrise is probably the orange.
Sunset's got to be the mango. It's the color of the sunset.
Mango is the color of a sunset?
I don't know. I haven't seen a mango in a while.
Maybe it's a banana because of the moon.
I don't think there's
You think
banana.
so?
Well, I said no.
The
I
banana
don't think.
could be the moon.
Point is, if you've never had the sunrise sunset, it's my favorite smoothie that's out there. I honestly, I'm not kidding, have at least one a week.
I like the.
I will go to tropical.
Oh no, you have
smoothie-
one of these a week.
One a week at least.
At least.
I'm a rewards points member, my man.
So much worse.
The pause makes it.
How many smoothies have you got free?
I have like 4.
do you get
I
every-
have 4 right now that I could use.
Why don't you use them?
I like to wait until we're on a spending fast, because then I don't have to spend
my
anything.
gosh,
I
you
can
do
still,
this?
then I can still have food.
The spending fast? Is this a move?
Every once in a while, yeah,
How long do you go?
month typically.
Don't buy anything?
Yeah, try not to. I guess it's not really much of a fast, is it?
But like, except for like food that you need to buy?
Yeah.
Don't buy any extra things.
Don't buy any extra things. Nothing on top of like. I bought a lot of board games, Roman.
So you don't buy board games during
Don't buy
that time.
board. Basically, I just don't buy board games.
Right. Or smoothies,
or-
because you use your rewards points.
Yeah, or we just you play with the toys that you already have with your kids. To be clear, not me. But also, I don't buy any toys for myself. Like,
What's the
little
next toy on your
dragons.
list you want to buy for yourself?
Probably a Lego set, if I'm being honest.
For yourself?
Yeah, I don't really have anything. I think mainly my list of things is board games.
Toys would be a Lego, though.
Toys would be Lego. Yeah, a little building toy. I don't just buy like toys anymore.
You do, though. You buy Legos.
Well, that's fair.
That's the what would you call that?
Building
That's a toy.
system. The Lego brick building system.
You definitely buy toys.
I definitely buy toys, and I buy a lot of Legos. Jack's really, he who shall not be named, my son.
Voldemort?
Yes. Did you not know? I haven't told you. No, he's really into like the Mario Lego. We talked about that
We
recently.
already talked about this.
He's really
Cameron?
into that, and like I am, and there's like some really cool Bowser stuff that I'd be here for.
You're a collector.
But,
We've said it before.
I like the Disney sets. I love them.
Do they make other ones besides that?
Yeah, there's one up there that I think is off camera, but it's the Winnie the Pooh tree.
What's the next Disney buy?
There is I also have Steamboat Willie over there. But there is the Magic Kingdom train, I think is what it is. It's like a Disneyland thing.
This is not
but it's like
the
a
bullet
magic,
train.
It's like right. It's like a Magic Kingdom, and like Mickey's steering the train. I guess not steering, but whatever you do in a train.
You like to put together Legos,
I love it. I love it.
but you like to keep them displayed after you put them together.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't just put them
I
together.
don't understand
and then tear
people
them
that
apart and
put them
in a bucket.
Exactly. I don't understand.
That's what we do at our house.
Well, I mean,
But we've only got like one Lego
that's
set.
like 3,000 pieces.
Yeah, and there are a lot of like specialty
That's like
pieces.
3,800 and something pieces, I'm pretty sure. And so a lot of it's like you're not going to use that for really anything else. Those
Yeah,
pieces.
you're not going to like build a car out of that.
I'm not, because I'm not going to take that apart.
Cool.
But anyway, I don't know where we got. Oh yeah, sunrise, sunset.
Oh. Yeah.
Again, I just love seeing how far from the thing we
Oh
get.
man, I gotta give that a try. I like the one that I like there that I got turned on to from a good friend.
Avocalada.
No, from a good friend that's
The jetty punch.
no, it has a very feminine name because I made fun of him for it because he ordered it all the time.
You're thinking of Peaches and Silk, but
Peaches and
is
Silk.
that from there?
Yeah, Peaches and Silk.
Are you
Yeah.
sure that's not from Smoothie King?
No, that's from there.
Oh.
I'm positive because Jared ordered that.
Well, we know.
Peaches and
We're
Silk.
gonna- We're
He
gonna
always
call you
ordered
by
it.
name, pal.
And then, but I tried it and I'm like,
It's pretty-
I get
it's
why he
pretty
orders
good.
this.
Yeah.
It's always like, I'll have the Peaches and Silk, please.
Well, I just remembered one of the last times that we got smoothies for something or other, and he was like asking, like, somebody was asking for orders, and it was Jared was there, and I was like, I want the sunrise sunset, and he was just like, the sunrise sunset. Starts making fun of me for ordering a sunrise sunset. I was like, what do you order? And he goes, Peaches and Silk.
Yeah. No leg to stand on, as it were.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
The rug,
okay.
right out from under.
That's
him.
good. I didn't think about. I guess I have one beverage here as a.
That was my beverage. That's what I was talking about. That was my
I'm just
beverage.
drinking water.
Did you put water on this list?
Am I just drinking water, like tap water from a fast food restaurant for my beverage?
I'm not.
Man, I should have thought of this. My next is one of the main courses. It's the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich. Let me try again. It's the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich with pepper jack cheese.
Oh, sultry.
And if they'll do it, certain Chick-fil-A's, because we know Chick-fil-A was going to make the list. We know Chick-fil-A is going to make the list.
Well, for you, maybe.
Certain ones, you can ask it for well done sandwich, and they'll do it.
What is that?
But most of them won't.
What do you mean well
Because it
done?
holds up the line. Makes it extra crispy.
Oh, okay.
They just leave it in for longer.
That's
Because sometimes you'll get a chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A, and it'll be a little soggy. A little soggy.
It's a little bit
Soggy.
It's just a little bit soggy.
hello, soggy.
But if you ask them to do it well done, they'll leave it in the oil for longer, and then they take it out, and it's nice and crispy for you. So put the pepper jack cheese on there.
Yeah.
I get pepper jack, cheese. I dip it in ranch.
Yeah.
I dip it in Chick-fil-A sauce.
ever use that honey
We've talked
barbecue?
about this. I never get outside of those sauces.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A, ranch, buffalo sauce for fries sometimes.
All right. Oh, we've talked about that. The fries.
We have.
Dip.
We have.
Do we even need to do this podcast
We've always talking about
Oh, how do people that like go for years do it? We have like 15 episodes.
running out of material.
Really? Just boring.
We're currently taking submissions for material.
What do you want us to say is our favorite? What do you want us to have?
Yeah, but the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, I've gone spicy and I haven't gone back.
Wow.
I never have gone back to the original. That's what I used to get was the original. Then they came up with the spicy and I never looked back.
I still get those chicken
No
spray ups.
regrets. They do have good strips.
They're better than the nuggets, contrary to popular belief.
I kind of agree. I used to think not, but now I'm team strips.
That's not.
We should make shirts that say team strips.
I think we will get mistaken for what we're actually.
If it said
advertising.
team strip, that would be obviously over the line. But team strips, it's obvious. Maybe you have a shape of a strip, an outline
chicken
of one.
strip.
An outline of a chicken strip on the back, like a big chicken strip outline. And the front just says team strips.
Okay, man. If you make the shirt, we'll wear it.
Chick-fil-A, what are you doing? Do you not have shirts that say team nuggets and team strips with your logo on
I'm pretty
it?
sure the Nuggets are a basketball team.
No, I'm saying Chick-fil-A could have killer merch.
They
It
could.
just says team strips or team nuggets.
And you know how many people
Or
would
Team
wear
Nugs.
Chick-fil-A? Dude, that's
team
what I was
nugs and
originally
team
thinking.
strips with the logo on that, that'd be a bestseller. Should we just start a Shopify site and sell them?
I mean,
And then
if
we get
Chick-fil-A
sued by Chick-fil-A?
Let's talk to our friend who's pretty high up at Chick-fil-A, and we'll just see.
Arthur, if you're hearing this,
Yes, please.
This is a free idea for you. Put it into the rotation.
Yeah, put it in the rotation.
He's probably not listening.
He's not listening to this.
He's a busy man.
Yeah. Anyway, so my next thing is my main course, and it is. You heard about this?
You haven't said anything.
You
So I don't
seen
know.
this?
I don't know if I have.
It is a burger. I'm gonna go double.
I love burgers.
Double burgie.
I love burgers.
Double
Where's he gonna
burgie.
say? Where's he gonna say? Let me guess.
You're never gonna get
Brahms.
this. What? No. Brahms bag of burgers. My 5 things. 5 burgers from the bag of burgers at Brahms.
Thing number 1, burger
Burger.
from Brahms. Thing number 2, another burger from Brahms.
Basically, I just want 5 burgers from
Okay,
Brahms.
where's it? Okay, it's obviously
Shake
from
Shack,
Shake Shack.
Have you been to Shake Shack?
Oh no! I
You
didn't
stupid,
think about
stupid
burgers.
man.
What was I thinking? How did I leave In-N-Out Burger off of this?
It's great, but I recently have decided
I didn't. Think
I like
about,
Shake Shack better than In-N-Out.
I forget. I didn't even know there's not even a burger on my list.
You went spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A.
What was I thinking?
Lame-o. Well, to be fair, you
why
thought
didn't
about
I
it.
Google? Why didn't I Google?
No googly. But also, you were thinking about it right before we shot.
Okay.
This one really snuck up on you.
down to the wire.
But man,
You're Team Shake Shack, huh?
I'm Team Shake Shack. Now, obviously it's my last meal. I can only have the burger, which is, I think, so good. So good. Anyway,
I remember very much loving it last time I had it.
but their burger, fries, and shake combo together is just the best.
Next level.
It's the best. It's the best of any burger joint.
If Shake Shack comes to Tulsa,
I'm going to be a fat man.
Are you in trouble? Are you in trouble there?
I'd be in trouble.
Would you be upset if they came to Tulsa, or would you rejoice?
I'd probably be fairly indifferent and just try not to think about that it's there. I don't eat a lot of burgers. I don't eat a lot of red meat. Not a big fan of it.
I love red meat.
I
Did a hard turn from my vegan days.
go to a restaurant. It's chicken or it's fish. Mainly fish or shrimp or something
shrimp,
fishy, or chicken. But like,
see, I eat a lot of chicken at home, so if I go to a restaurant, I'm usually getting beef.
I don't get beef. I don't get steak. Burgers.
Love beef.
Bergs. Now, we should get T-shirts that.
I really think Team Nugs and Team Strips is it's $1 million idea right there.
Team Beef, game over.
I mean, there's those license plates that say beef. Those are pretty cool.
I suppose.
You know what I'm talking about?
I suppose they're cool.
Beef, it's what's for dinner?
I mean, I remember.
There was a whole ad campaign for beef.
From Big Beef.
Big Beef is cranking out those ads. They probably spent millions of dollars on those.
I mean, if just millions.
And then pork came along and was like, we got to get in this. What's a good slogan for us? They said.
Bacon.
No, the other white meat.
I thought that was fish.
No.
I thought that was chicken.
No, chicken is white meat, and then pork's the other white meat, I think.
Why
right?
would pork be the other white meat?
I think pork's the other white meat from, I think that was their commercials.
Is it white meat?
It was like the other white meat, pork.
Man.
It was like, brought to you by.
Pork.
Pigs.
It's what's for dinner.
That was beef. Yeah, that was beef. Did chicken ever have an ad campaign?
Beef, the other white meat. Chicken doesn't need an ad campaign, Roman. It's chicken.
Oh man, chicken. They got a corner on the market
It's chicken.
They got a corner on the market for that for that main course.
Ugh. You ever seen that video of that little girl that's like looking at a bunch of geese and she's so happy and she just turns around and goes, "Look at all these chickens."
Yeah, that's such a great video.
It's one of my favorite videos of all time. It's so funny to me, but yes,
I'm so disappointed that I would have In-N-Out Burger would have been number one for me.
Well, it's too late.
I love In-N-Out Burger.
I'm about to flip this switch, and you missed it. Carl went. He got your food. You asked for this.
I'm having a bean burrito, and I'm not having.
No, you're having a bean burrito and a spicy chicken sandwich, which means that you're going to die and be gassy. It's gonna be terrible.
I feel bad for the cleanup crew. Whatever. When I get that shot, it's all coming out.
They flip the switch and they're like, "Oh, my stars and garters."
Yeah, sterilize that table. Oh my gosh. Oh man,
Anyway.
I could have had In-N-Out. What was I thinking?
Oh man,
I wasn't thinking. That's the problem.
What's your number 2, 3?
All right, my next one seems so inconsequential compared to
I only have one more
In-N-Out
after this.
Burger, and it is.
Why don't you just
Wait,
change
I have 4, right? We're on the 4th.
You're on the 4th. I went first, I think.
Mine is French fries. Okay,
But wait, But from where?
I've said this before. I think French fries are my favorite food.
Stop. From where?
Well, I put one on my list.
You
I'm
just said
rethinking
French
it.
fries.
If I have to be honest, I didn't want to put these. I didn't want to put them to put the same restaurant. It would be Chick-fil-A waffle fries. Those are my favorite French fries. But for the sake of diversity and variety in this list, I'm going to say Raising Cane's French fries with cane sauce. If you get it on a good day.
Today? Was
if
today
I'm
a good
being
day?
honest,
Was today
I
a good
just
day?
had them.
Roman's got into
So
this
it's
habit.
really on my
Roman's in
mind.
this habit where every time we record, he's like, "I didn't eat lunch." And then somehow we end up at Cane's, and then I have to drive. We start at my mom's, get in his car. He didn't eat lunch. We go to Raising Cane's. He says, "Switch me seats." And then he eats while I drive.
He
to my
chauffeurs me.
house.
Well, here's the age-old problem. You go through a drive-through, you get hot food with hot fries.
That is an age-old problem.
You're with me on this. You can't take that
Yeah.
all the way up. By the time you're home, your
man.
fries have turned cold.
Cane's fries,
mush
at
garbage.
Cane's are amazing. Once they get home, they're just
You have to eat them within like 5 minutes, and past that, it's like you wasted your money because this isn't worth it.
It's true.
Same thing with any French fry.
Remember when we sat under that speaker that sounded like it was just tooting the whole time?
Yeah, that's pretty
It was a
funny.
hilarious day.
I mean, they don't.
No,
remember
not
it.
really funny for you guys, but for us, that was a
Just
pretty
think
good
about
day.
how funny it would have been if you were at a restaurant and there's a speaker directly above you that's playing music, but instead of music, it's playing fart sounds.
But
to
where,
the beat
where,
of
where
whatever
every
music.
beat is, what every bass portion of any song is, it's just farts.
It's
the
like
whole
if it
time.
was like In the Club by 50 Cent. It's like doon 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 doon. That was the whole, and we were cracking up for probably 15 minutes.
So
It's one of the funniest things that's ever happened.
Hard to eat. It was so funny.
Oh man, that was good times. Yeah, it's kind of my kryptonite. Raising Cane's. A lot of people I think feel this way about Raising Cane's.
I do love
you
Raising
hate
Cane's.
You hate that you go there.
I
I
love it. I get the Caniac combo just to prove that I don't hate it.
You're like, you find another day and you find yourself in the Cane's drive-thru.
You do.
Nobody feels good about themselves.
Always talk about, why am I here? What have I been doing?
To be
I don't
fair,
even want to be here.
I didn't have it since 2 weeks ago when we recorded.
That's a good.
I'm on it currently every 2 weeks.
I've had a sunrise sunset 4 times since we've recorded last. Maybe even 5.
Yeah, if you never checked out the French fries at Raising Cane's, give it the program.
And my final zert.
All right, you're going zerts.
Before I take that long dirt nap.
Dirt before the zert.
Zert before dirt, man.
That's what I meant to say.
Yet another tiche.
Zert before dirt.
It's like, let me eat dessert before I die.
What it is. I have a feeling I really botched this one. I put one down, but there's probably a better one out there.
I'm going to Andy's Frocust.
Andy's.
I'm going to Andy's. Was there a commercial? Is there a radio spot at one point?
Probably. But
Andy's makes it fun to be. Wait, no,
not around
that's
here.
Not in Springfield. Is it from Springfield? Is that where it was originated? Because to me, it takes me all the way back to when I was a kid eating Andy's Frocust. Because
frozen custard, to be
right.
precise.
Forgive me, I forgot.
What and your order is?
Don't do this. Don't do this. You're gonna make fun of me.
You're the one that put it on your list.
Medium vanilla concrete with Reese's peanut butter cups.
Why would I make fun of that? That sounds like it's basically my dessert, but at a different place. That's right.
Is it really?
It's Brahms.
No.
My last meal dessert is a Brahms vanilla mix with peanut butter cups in it.
All right.
We basically have the same last meal dessert. Except for mine's at Brahms.
We just end the episode there.
Yours is... That'd be really funny.
Perfect. It just seems so...
I thought you kind of should.
I know. It just seems so out of the blue.
It would just roll to the neck. I'm like, wait, what was that? And then they go back and rewind it.
I don't know if we should, but I want to so bad.
We have our ritual of saying I should have said brothers. We should have gone to the brothers and just ended it. Oh, man. That's really funny.
I want to leave it there.
I put my last meal as Brahms? Ice cream? Is that the best ice cream out there, Roman?
And bag of burgers.
Andy's might be better. If I'm stacking up a blind taste test between Andy's vanilla
They're
with...
two different things, man.
They kind of are. Actually, the one from Brahms is technically frozen yogurt. So I guess it's...
Froyo or Frocust. They're two different things.
I like it, though.
I really need a little bit more fat before I die.
You would need more fat? You would eat more fat.
I would eat it.
For the frozen custard.
I would eat it.
What's the difference between custard and ice cream? Is it eggs?
One is creamier.
I thought it was egg yolks, but turns out there's egg yolks in regular ice cream. We just learned earlier in the pod today. So what is custard?
I thought you said egg whites were in your...
No, egg yolks.
Oh, well.
Maybe it's just more egg yolks.
I honestly don't know. I don't know what's in ice cream. I don't really care. I just eat it.
I literally said the things that are in ice cream like 30 minutes ago maybe an hour ago at this point. But we don't know what the difference between custard is.
I don't remember that. I don't remember.
Someone look it up
and
and send us an email.
We're not going to Google it.
Send us an email because
you could have done
these.
That. Well, Girl Scout cookies, but those aren't fast food. So.
Oh man, this was a really funny episode. I mean, I laughed a lot. I don't know if anybody else laughed.
It's for us. We're doing this for us.
Yeah. Do you have any honorable mentions? I had one.
You do?
I feel like
You're drinking water and you had one honorable mention.
It was again a Chick-fil-A item.
Oh, it was with you and Chick-fil-A.
The cookies and cream milkshake at Chick-fil-A.
I'm pretty sure I talked about every honorable mention that I could have had by talking about the different items that I also eat at these restaurants.
Taco Bell. Was it Bell or Bueno? I think it was Bell. Used to have fried cheesecake chimichangas.
I mean, it was definitely Bell. They
Was
do
it
that
Bell?
crap all the time.
They were so good.
But where are they? Bell?
Probably off the menu now.
Not even off menu. You can't get them at all.
Discontinued.
There's plenty of things that are not on the menu that I can still get at a lot of different
A
places.
side of rice.
Sure, I suppose. That's not exactly the first thing I would have gone to. But yes, like a side of rice. Off menu. A dozen eggs uncracked.
If we started a fast food chain, what would we call it?
I don't know. What would you call it?
How about Sleepy's? You guys want to go to Sleepy's? That sounds pretty good.
Don't sleep on Sleepy's.
That's a good tagline. What would we sell at Sleepy's?
Hot dogs.
Sleepy's hot dogs. What's the mascot be?
Well,
Like a sleepy dog?
Sleeping hot dog.
Like a little sleepy wiener dog?
Everybody's sweating.
The little sleepy wiener dog is inside of a bun.
Oh, cute as the Dickens.
And he's got mustard on his back.
But he's a sleeping wiener dog. It's kind of it's just dressed up like a hot dog. It's amazing.
I saw a hot dog cart for sale on Facebook Marketplace the other day for like $3,000.
Why didn't you?
We
buy
could get this going.
Sleepy's hot
We
dogs.
could pool our money and get Sleepy's hot dogs going. We could have an AI make us the logo and the mascot. We could say, AI program, make me a logo of a Sleepy.
I know a guy will do it for $20 and it'll probably be much more accurate.
Oh man,
Sleepy's hot dogs.
that's pretty good.
Hey, I'm here for it.
A drowsy. What's the name of that wiener dog? What's the dachshund?
Oh yeah, Dachshund.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Dachshund? Dachshund?
I think it's just Dachshund.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm for it.
You can consider this the official launch of Sleepy's hot dogs.
Sleepy's Hot Dog Co. LLC.
Oh man,
I'm worried that you actually want to do this.
the hot dog cart. It's a business waiting to happen.
Name one hot dog cart or one hot dog vendor in Tulsa.
Exactly. We could start it up.
We're literally just walking through downtown Tulsa.
I didn't see any
with
hot dog
hot
carts anywhere.
dogs.
You're in New York City. You're seeing them all over the place.
Chicago? Well, they were all closed when I was there, but they were everywhere.
Tulsa could be the new hot dog hotspot.
The hot spot.
The hot dog spot. All right, let's end this thing. Brothers on three. 1, 2, 3.
Brothers!